Welcome everyone, once again to another episode of Coffee and Volta. In this episode, we're continuing the Phoenix Lord saga. It's been doing really well and we can see you're enjoying it. So today, we're going to talk about Maugan Ra. Maugan Ra is one of the most mysterious Phoenix Lords. We always say that, don't we? But it's true. He's been waging war since the 2nd edition. He's been killing my Marines since the 2nd edition. And the truth is, he's truly an unparalleled Grim Reaper in his field. The old Maugan Ra miniature was already very, very cool for the standards of the 2nd edition from 30 years ago. The current Maugan Ra miniature is also very cool, very beautiful. And we really love the mysterious and dark aspect of this Phoenix Lord, and his current fascinating background, which you are about to see, is just absolutely awesome. You're going to like it, so here we go. Let's start with the origins of Maugan Ra. What is his craft world? We're about to find out. Altansar was one of the many craft worlds, large and small, that survived the fall of the Eldar after the birth of the Chaos God, Slanesh. It withstood the initial psychic shockwaves that destroyed the realms of the Eldar Empire, but was later trapped in the gravity well of the Eye of Terror. This is important. Although the Asuryani of Altansar fought bravely against the advance of Chaos, they could not escape their inevitable fate. Within 500 Terran years of the fall, their craft world was completely swallowed by the warp. The only soul to escape the clutches of this permanent and tumultuous storm of the warp was the Phoenix Lord known as Maugan Ra, the Reaper of Souls, the most powerful of the exarchs of Altansar and founder of the warrior aspect of the Dark Reapers. When Asurmen first taught his brothers the arts of war and trained the first Phoenix Lords in the days immediately following the fall, on Asur, an arid moon in a region of the Webway his people first settled, it was Maugan Ra who strayed furthest from the path. He forged baroque weapons of an occult nature. Not the blades of his brothers, but dark and malevolent artifacts that could kill his enemies from afar. As his skill progressed, Maugan Ra learned that even the most powerful weapon could be wielded with surgical precision. This discovery and his mastery of every facet of ranged combat led to the creation of the deadly Maugatar. Holy crap. Like the Maugatar. Loosely translated as the Reaper, a powerful shuriken cannon equipped with an integrated executioner energy weapon, and later to the discipline of the aspect of the dire Reapers itself. But what heroic actions has Maugan Ra performed throughout the millennia? Aside from snacking on Space Marines like it was nothing. Well, aside from killing my Space Marines since 2nd edition, he has had two key moments. The first is the Great Devourer. The Harvester of Souls came to the defense of the Asuryani against the Tyrannid threat in 992 of the 41st millennium, when Maugan Ra made a significant contribution to the last victorious stand of the craft world Ayanden against the great Tyrannid assault of High Fleet Kraken. But this was not the only time that Maugan Ra helped the Eldari craft world against the Tyrannid threat. In 997 of the 41st millennium, the largest of the high fleets of the intergalactic alien threat descended upon the galaxy. On the planet Stormwald, in the Segmentum Tempestus, Maugan Ra faced a Tyrannid swarm from High Fleet Leviathan alone. And he triumphed. He triumphed alone over the horde of savage alien creatures. During Abaddon's 13th Crusade, around 999 of the 41st millennium, Abaddon the Despoiler, the Warlord of Chaos, and the greatest champion of Chaos undivided in the galaxy, launched his so-called 13th Black Crusade, the largest and most devastating invasion of real space carried out by the forces of Chaos in over 10,000 standard years. Maugan Ra came to the aid of the strike forces of the craft world of Ulthwé, deployed against the forces of the enemy. When the nightmare realm of the Eye of Terror spewed the legions of Chaos into the material universe, it left a torn opening in space where real space and the warp could coexist. While the Great Rift remained open and the armies of that infernal plane continued to pour forth, Maugan Ra seized his opportunity. He plunged into the unreality of the warp and sought in its sinister confines what remained of his lost people. Through many adventures, Maugan Ra finally found the remains of his craft world. The Eldar of the craft world Altansar were still alive somehow. Maugan Ra guided what remained of his craft world out of the Eye of Terror and led them against the forces of chaos to deny them their victory. However, in the Eldar war councils that followed the significant and much anticipated return of Altansar, there was notably no warm welcome from the autarchs of the other craft worlds for their long-lost kin. Although the Phoenix Lord's people certainly fight fiercely, none of them take off their helmets, not even under coercion, and they only speak in whispers. The question has been asked many times, although never in the presence of Maugan Ra. How could a living Asuryani warrior remain untouched by the depredations of the Eye of Terror and of chaos itself for so many millennia? Doesn't this sound a bit like the Legion of the Damned? Now let's see what equipment Maugan Ra carries, that Mogatar. Let's start with the Phoenix Armor, classic for all Phoenix Lords. The legendary Phoenix Lords of the Asuryani aspect. Shrines wear ancient and priceless aspect armor so finely crafted that it is proof against almost any weapon. Maugan Ra's armor is composed of the fragments of the aspect shrine of the Dark Reapers of Altansar. According to the legends of the craft world Aeldari, Maugan Ra emerged from the fall of the Aeldari, encased in black armor carved with golden bone, wearing a skull-shaped helm, the very image of death. The helm of this suit contains the spirit stones of Maugan Ra, which house the souls of all the Dark Reaper exarchs who became Phoenix Lords since Maugan Ra left the tutelage of Asurmen in the first shrine millennia ago. Maugan Ra's beloved weapon, the Mogatar. Maugan Ra discovered in his studies of war that a weapon can be used with the same care as a scalpel, whether it is a blade or a ranged weapon. Therefore, Maugan Ra built and wields the Mogatar, which means Reaper in the Eldar lexicon. An ancient and more potent variation of the standard shuriken cannon with an integrated executioner power weapon for close combat. This weapon, similar in appearance to a scythe, was built upon what is essentially a shrieker pattern shuriken cannon. The mentally linked discs it fires are large enough to decapitate a line of enemies, one after another, before vanishing into thin air. And the curved blade it carries lives up to its sinister reputation. Well, I hope you enjoyed this coffee and bolter, this little bit of lore. The truth is that the Phoenix Lords have a very, very rich background. It's true that there are some Phoenix Lords that Games Workshop incorporated later who don't have much background but will bring them in pairs. And we remind you that we have Xenos, we have Eldar, we have Drukhari, we have Aeldari on our Patreon. Very well painted, for example, like Fugan, which Gerard Gomez really outdid himself on, So if you want to paint it just like he did, we'll be waiting for you.